Alright, I wanted to give this a try. I'm just gonna sit, do some like conscious, conscious rambling. I thought it'd be fun to look through an old sketchbook. I've looked through this one many times, but it's been a while since I've looked through it. This sketchbook I had back in high school, maybe my senior year of high school, so it would have been 2007. I know, I'm old. But anyways, it's definitely just old and worn, and kind of love it for that. It's warped a little bit. It's going. I gotta put the scrunchie up. It's gone. Anyways, so yeah, let's just kind of look through it. First page, I don't know. Honestly, I don't have another setup to show what I'm looking at, so I'll just do story time mode where I'll share it like this. And also I'm using an old flip camera from maybe around that same time I was in high school. Just because I'm curious to see how it works and everything. So if I do this whole thing and it sounds like shit and looks like shit, whatever. First page, a lot of names and phone numbers, maybe from people I knew and whatever. Some contour line drawing. Some scribbles. Batman. Don't really know what all that stuff says behind him. I think it's just some ramblings I did about Batman. I'm not going to read it now though. Don't know who that is. My mom taught me how to draw that. It's supposed to start off like a light bulb, and then it turns into a butt, and then there's one that's like supposed to be a mountain with a sun above it, but it's really like if you were in a toilet looking up at a butthole. I do remember drawing this. It was from a copy of The Crucible that we had to read in class. I think it was the cover. One of the reverends, I don't know which one. Yeah. I'm noticing too that I left some of the inside pages blank, which is odd, but you know. So I could technically still use this book. I don't know if some of these are me just trying to be edgy, being a high schooler and being like semi. Well, I've never really been into horror, but I think I tried to be. Really good one. Fire Shark. I think this is sketched this way. And a sheep, maybe. For those who don't know, I was in a band. It's called Penny for the Old Guy, and when you're in a band at this time and you draw a little bit, you tend to sketch out a lot of stuff for your band, and there's probably more of these. This horse drinking tea was kind of like a mascot of mine. I don't know, I drew it everywhere back in high school. Just an easy, quick sketch. I thought it was cute, I guess. Did a lot of contour line drawings, I guess, back in the day. Just fill up time. I think this is that way, just the back of some person's head in front of me in class. I don't know, some guy, a leaf. I picked that up before. Not sure what this is all about. I don't know. It's very, I don't know. That one does have good perspective though. Oh, some notes from class. I guess I didn't have a notebook, just a sketchbook. We were learning about Walt Whitman and Emily Dickinson. Abstract stuff. Floor plan. And some classmate. I do remember this guy, but I don't remember his name. I remember he was funny. High school, am I right? I don't know, I guess I was kind of like straight edge. I mean, I was in high school and I was a fucking square. I don't know. Skeletons. It's also hurting my back. I think this is like this. I'm not sure what that is really. But a side note, my washing machine's outside. It shakes violently sometimes. Don't know why. Scully doesn't like it. Apologies. It's a sketch of Melissa. We must have started dating around this time. Some more thoughts, I guess. Again, I'm not going to read it right now. Who knows what it's talking about. Sienna. Or penny for the old guy. Band stuff. This here, I think, is like a close-up of Chewbacca's face. Because I had a keychain. It was Chewbacca's head, and it made noise, like a Chewbacca noise. And we would use that sometimes in like breakdowns. We'd like put it up to the guitar pickups, and it would come through. So I guess that's why. Hey, the phone. A thumb tongue. No idea. I think this was when I was in, turn this down some, AP art. We had to do like a study of some pieces, just quick sketches. Yeah. My buddy Angel, who was in my band, wearing a fedora. There's Mr. Tumnus over there. Apparently that's my sister's foot. Probably from being in class or something and sketching. I swear I don't have a foot thing. Style's kind of varying too. But need to readjust. Clown. I think I did a piece, fully rendered piece with a clown like this back for class. Mustaches are cool, I guess. Kirk Hammett. Typical high school doodle, right? It's my buddy. Cartoon for back in the day. Octopus. A board drawing, right? Guy Fawkes, which is what Penny for the Old Guy was apparently named after. I don't know. Never mind. Don't know what any of this is. Nothing really on that. Just a note to go to the art room. I must have been losing steam around this time. Some more Penny for the Old Guy stuff and, you know, classroom sketches. It's funny, you know, because it's a little time capsule, I guess, into where I was at the time, what I was into, what I was feeling like drawing. I'll say, like, it's not terribly cringe, like, you know, I thought it might be looking through this again and sharing it. Sketchbooks are, you know, pretty deeply personal stuff sometimes. This is just kind of like, you know, the ramblings of my mind back in high school, and I think, like, overall my high school was okay. I had a lot of friends. I participated in, you know, some extracurriculars, and even being like some weird artist, goth kid, as much of a goth kid as I could be. I still fit in pretty well, which is a testament to, I think, being in a diverse school. My school had a lot of minorities and mixed, you know, mixed races and everything, and I think it benefited everybody in that way. Oh, Hangman. I think this is when we went to, like, the zoo and we're just sketching some animals. That's a field trip. That's a good field trip. A rhino. Oh, a self-portrait of me that from a photo Melissa took. No idea. Now I'm losing steam. I think there's... Is that an empty page? There's an empty page. I don't know. Figure drawings, real quick. That suck. Jeez. Some more. Some money. Who knows what that is in reference to? Some leaves, or plants that lost its leaves. Same here. I'm surprised these are still in here. Another blank page. Oh, some pumpkins. Never finished that one. I don't know. Again, yeah, it's I love having a sketchbook on me. I have a stack of completed ones in my office and uncompleted ones. Sketchbooks are just one of my favorite pieces of medium that an artist can use, because it is just like a brain dump of consciousness drawn out, and like that's just really cool to me. I have a buddy of mine, Mark, who sometimes he would let me look at his sketchbook, and I was always blown away by just what they would put in there, and he was always a big inspiration when it came to like owning a sketchbook. He always had one, and he still does, and he's a tattoo artist now, and you can look through his sketchbook. I think he has some of his available to look at through pieces of Flash. And yeah, because of that, in high school I didn't make it through band, so I joined art and just continually had a sketchbook on me since then, and it's cool, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, I just wanted to sit and just kind of go through some sketchbook, drag you along, just kind of low effort, kind of creating, here, and yeah, I appreciate it. Thanks. Bye.